What's up everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin and the Alts. As always, hope you're all doing very well after a week and a half without any daily update. That was so long for me. So yeah, I was to Spain and then, I went to Spain and then I was looking for, I'm looking at the moment for a new accommodation, a new fiat, so I had to do a few visits, so I wasn't able to do any update on Monday, Tuesday also, and so now I'm back really, hopefully for, more updates. Normally it should be okay. So anyways, hope that you're all doing very well. You have been able to trade all these markets moves here. For example, on Bitcoin, we've got a lovely rise. We've got either a big push up to the upside here, a nice continuation, either a retracement for a bigger wave too. This is what we have planned really, after we've got the breakout here to the upside of that top. Okay, so it was either for a big push to the upside with an impulsive, either for a longer wave two, really a longer correction into the yellow wave two. Okay, so by the way, before to do this, gonna check at the chat, and by the way, the sound also normally should be working well. Yes, it's working well, pretty nice. So the chat here, let me see. So good morning to you all, Dogecoin police. Yes, sure, mate. I'm gonna update Bitcoin first of all, then I'm gonna move on the Alts. Yes, mate. Long time no see. As I said, I went to Spain and then I was looking for a new accommodation. I mean, in France, not in Spain. But yeah, I was on vacation in Spain. Yeah, sure, an update also on FLOKI. So Dogecoin, FLOKI, I'm gonna do Bitcoin first, as I said. You're moving to Spain. No, absolutely not. It was just for a few vacation, like a week. Yeah, a week by the way. Yeah, oops. But no, I'm not moving to Spain. I'm staying in France for the moment, but I may move to another country later. Don't know which one yet, but I might move later. But anyways, hope you're all doing well and you've got a lovely week of trading last week. And well, you already started to crush a chart already this week. So the order flow, we've got almost 30 million right here coming in. I mean, this is a little bit too much again, not gonna lie. But anyways, first of all, let's update the levels. So what I've done here, I've deleted already a few levels on the chart, so we don't have to do too much in today's daily update, otherwise you will just see me thinking and updating the chart. This is not really the goal. You want the plan, I think. So well, I've updated this yesterday night a bit, just a few new levels, not the today's ones, but just a few levels here. Okay, so first of all, we can go on a daily time frame. I guess you already did the monthly levels and weekly on your side. Now we have a new daily just right there, so we can take that one. We are done with the daily levels, so let's come back here on the 1 hour. That will do the job, I think. Yep. And so next we can go on Excel charts in the levels, and we just have to, oh, I forgot to load that. Well, it was fast. Alright, so note the NPOCs. As always, we can check on the TIX one. And we do have one here, so it is 59.318, but it can be .5 at some point sometimes. So no, okay, so 59.318. So let's take that one. Yeah, coordinates is better. 318, I say, I can't remember. Yeah, good. Okay, so that brings us with a few resistance up here. We can add back the 50 ticks in this. As always, if you want the template, you want to do this on your side, so you don't need me really anymore to update the chart. You can simply download the workspace. So you can go here into the workspace. You will get the, so it's MOONCHARTS workspace, normally like this, it's naming like that. You can find this on the website. You just have to go in the course section, so create an account for absolutely free. Go into the course section, scroll down, you have this download section, Excel charts per workspace. Simply download it, extract it from the zip file, normally it's a zip file. Then you go into the workspace, you can see it, import the workspace. Once you have done this, you can click the workspace and you will get the same templates than me really. So you can follow along and see how I'm doing, or simply do this on your side. It's really up to you. So here, what do we have otherwise? One naked session path control around there. So we have 58.090, wrong tab, so 58, boom. Naked session path control 58.019 by the way, not 90, no 19, okay, 90. like this. Then what do we have? No other ones. Do we have any TPO here? 59,114. So let's take that. TPO. Okay. Alright, so let's plan a few resistance here. For traders, can pull a few more, so fixed range for example. Can pull, sorry, there are many levels right now. But that will do the job, no worries. Best targets. Okay, so we have definitely this above right there. So that's a big resistance, not gonna lie. That's a big one. Oops, not green, red. So it's starting really, if we really have to push high from here, the first real big resistance is really this value high, value high, the top right here, the value high of the previous full uptrend plus a DNPOC and TPO here plus a 6.86%. That's a very big zone of confidence, not gonna lie, so we'll definitely be aware of this. If we manage to get acceptance above here, that will be the first real big target. Now for scalpers, for example, you of course do have some of the targets before that. For example, you have the one right here, okay, you have this small resistance, we have a daily negative path control, monthly negative path control, plus a swing through pan here, possible or a fair look as always. So this is definitely something to be aware of. But yeah, the biggest resistance is really above here. Okay, so I'm not gonna mark out these targets. I'm aware of these. Okay, I'm gonna play some alerts for scalping more likely. Otherwise, for a big rejection, it is more likely this target here. Okay. So well, let's add all the targets for scalpers first of all. I mean, before to go with the high resistance and below support. So we have this one here. We have, of course, the path control. We have a daily TPO, the NPOC path control, the full price uptrend, plus the top here of this wedge. So this is something to be aware of again for scalpers. If you want to below that, we have the naked session path control plus an old DNPOC. That was a nice support resistance here. Can be aware of that can be a confluence. And we have of course this value low with the new no, that's not a new daily, by the way. It's already hit now, but as always, it can give something. So if you really want to scalp, you have this value low, for example. First of all, really, you can check out the reaction there. Otherwise, naked session path control. And next, we start getting a bit of a bigger resistance. But otherwise, the biggest one here is really the 6.86%, really. Okay, with the value high here. Okay, gonna remove that from my chart. And so if we push high, we have this resistance above here, so this value are low. I just kept that one on my chart simply to show you what happened there. We simply got here, gonna get rid of this, we simply got here a failed auction really above the target we have planned. Okay, we've got a DNPOC, a monthly level maybe here, I can't remember exactly, I deleted this from my chart, but you've got a few levels. So that was the wall resistance. What happened there, we simply went higher. We've got a TPO here, by the way, not a monthly level yet, so we just went higher, flip it to support, almost get a raise, go below, and just drop. So we ended up here in a failed auction above the target here. As simple as that, really. Okay, so I don't know really what was the data there, as I was not trading this. I was off starting from here, I think. I wasn't on the chart for this. But anyway, so this is what happened. So we can now get rid of this, and so yeah, the target, if you have to really break above the TPO here, really the big resistance we have, we can simply look for the TPO, the NPOC weekly, monthly, and well, if we don't get anything from that, we can, nothing bearish on the order flow as always, we can look simply here for the daily level just above the highs for a swing through pan failed auction. If we don't manage to do this, we're simply going to look for, bam, the next big target we have planned, so to speak, around 66,300 up to the monthly, weekly level, okay, depending on the wave and all the stuff like that, but you have an idea of the price, really, okay? For now, let's keep this resistance only, okay, just wanted to show you how if you have to push higher. Sorry. So here now to the downside. The problem is to the downside here. Well, we are now below the previous uptrend value low, so it's a bit of a sign of weakness, not gonna lie. The best will be, of course, for a sign of strength to manage to reclaim this. That will be the first, well, sign of strength for me. Okay, to get acceptance above here this value low level. If we don't manage to do this, I'd be a bit careful. Okay, longing. For example, if we keep getting some big longs opening, we've got, I can't remember which one Who was selling this? Well, we've got like 50 million coming in a few candles here in a 5-minute candle. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. So when you get too many longs like this, there is no way this is going to rise, or it can rise, but in that case these longs are going to close later at some point and not too far from here normally. Okay, so it's either that you rise and the longs are closing and you continue to rise in that case, either you fall and you just go liquidate all these longs really. Okay, so if you keep getting some big buys at the lows, well, normally you want to get some big shorts at the lows, because trading is, as always, taking the other's money. So you need, for example, the longs to bring the price lower, and you need the shorts to bring the price higher, okay, as you take the other's money. So yeah, if you keep getting some big longs at the lows, it is very unlikely that it's going to rise, except if the longs are closing, as I said. So how do you see the longs are closing? You can simply go here on the order flow, and for example, you can see here this was some longs closing. You have a decreasing here of the open interest plus a negative delta. Okay, so for example, here I have this red open interest, not blue, increasing here when it's blue, decreasing when it's red, and you have a negative delta here, so the red well, minus 11.8 million here. These are some longs closing here with a positive delta and an increasing of the open interest. These are some longs opening. So here, if you have to continue the rise, we can continue a bit, but they're going to close later. If we don't manage to get this, we're going to drop and stop this at some point. Okay, as simple as that really. So for example, here I would definitely not long this, because there are way too many longs in this. This is absolutely crazy. So yeah, the next target really, if we have to drop below, still look for a long. Well, the only big support, if we can say that, is simply this. So I'm gonna pull an extension, by the way, from here to here to here, just to see. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger down to the daily level here. So we have this, well, we've got already an SFP here, but again, we have way too many longs at the moment. So I want this to close, or otherwise we're going to make a new low. So if we make one more new low, we can look for the 618, 66% plus the daily level here, and the next daily level. We have a few swing through pans here, a few lows to take, so we can look for this target. Thing is, now if we start breaking this support, well, of course we do have some levels below. Okay, for example, we have this naked session path control, okay, this DNPOC here, but I mean, there is nothing crazy down here, to be honest with you, so I'll be really careful trying to long. Okay, this is the only real big target. It's possible we do something a bit tricky, as always, like we go below, hit a few more levels below to really, because that's an easy target to spot. So as always, Bitcoin is really tricky. If we have to make something tricky, as always, it's the most complex level approach. You have a support, okay, you simply go below the support, you flip it into resistance, you either fake the drop with a new low, so go into the next levels really, manage to reclaim, flip to support, and continue higher. Either stop like this with a higher low and manage to reclaim, flip to support, and continue higher. Okay, this is the most complex level approach, but this is how it works really. Okay, so that will be the level approach of this. If we really start to break these lows, well, I'll be really careful, to be honest with you. There is no real big support anymore down here. There is no new levels, there is nothing. So if we start breaking below this, let me see. I mean, it was already planned, current support resistance, so we can remove that for the moment. Don't know why this, yeah, it's in there. Well, we can simply look for the high time frame levels we have planned, really, the high time frame support. Okay, so we can look first of all, so we've got a bounce already over the first support we have planned. Now we have a low made here. Okay, we can see we have a low made here. So as always, if we have to drop below here and make a new low, what we have to look for first of all is a swing through pan of that low, or a failed auction. So the new maybe members here, or the new viewers here, well, welcome first of all. But a swing through pan is simply you go below the low and you manage to reclaim directly, and you leave that previous low here with a wick only. For example, this, okay, this right here is a swing through pan. You have a high, you take the previous high and you close, you come back down below and you leave only the previous high here with some wicks above, you can see. Okay, now, so it's either a swing through pan like this, either a failed auction. So for example, a failed auction, you have a low. Okay, so what happened, by the way, on the top here? Okay, you have a high, you break it, you spend some time, you start forming something bearish on the order flow, and you, bam, just fall from here. So it's either a quick move down, so well, like what I've drawn, but not really well, you go below, manage to reclaim directly, get some new data for a long, and so manage to get acceptance above. Otherwise, a failed auction, you really get acceptance, if you can say that, below. Stop, start to form something really bullish, and we start to get, bam, the rise next. Okay, so it's either a swing through pan, either a failed auction. If we don't manage to get this on the order flow, again, if you struggle to recognize this will come by time. You can learn this if you want on the website in the XOCharts section here. Failed auction or swing through pans, really, right here. And you will see by time how to recognize this on the order flow. Okay, it's all about the experience. After you know the data and how it looks like, after you spend some time on the chart, no worries, you will know how to trade this. So if we don't manage to do a swing through the pan here or a failed auction of that low, we are simply going to see a nice bloody Bitcoin down to 43,000, around 43,000 at this path control here. That's not the biggest support ever, not gonna lie. So if we start breaking 43,000 around there, really, we're going to look for the next target. There is a very, 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 very big support. So please mark this out on your chart. It is very important. We'll have a swing through pan, a monthly negative path control, value high plus the 6.86%. This is a very, very, very big zone of support. And if we drop below, we have a second big zone of support, because the thing is, if you pull the log scale and you take the setting here for the 6.86%, and you add the log scale here, you can see the 6.86%, shift it here down to the next support. So we have this path control, monthly negative path control, 6.86%, second monthly negative path control with the top of the previous channel we've got on the low. Okay, so these are two very, very, very big targets. So that can bring us, if we drop from here, for example, with some, I'm not saying we're going to look for a new high really, but it can bring us with a nice wick down and a move up at some point really. Okay, so just be aware of that. It can be a nice long trade, and we have also this nice possible long trade below. Of course, we have the one right here. Okay, but this one is a not the biggest zone of support really, and before that we have, so these are all the longs really we can look for on the higher time frame if we have to retrace from here. First of all, swing through pan failed auction. I'm not going to play some limits here, we'll just trade this based off the reaction. Sorry, path control, I will trade this also based off the reaction. Now these ones, there are some very big support. After a big drop, well, it will make sense to do a big wick, like for example something like this. You drop, you go into the big support, big wick in, and you manage to reclaim and everything. So you can play some limits if you want, you do really as you want. But yeah, these are the biggest support we have to the downside. And now let's move, well, on the resistance, it's not really useful for the moment, to be honest with you. So we are done with the levels, I think. My alerts are not set. Gonna place this here. I've got that one, and the value low here. That was the same than the one like this. Can't remember. Oops. No, it wasn't a naked session path control. A bit above, by the way. Alright. Well, that'll be the first zone of resistance here. Okay, if you want to scalp short, for example. Alright, cool. So now we are done with the levels, so let's move on the wave. So what we have planned, as I said in the last update, was either a big impulsive like this with the upside, if we had to get no failed auction ready off the top. Okay, so in that case we could look for a big impulsive here to the upside with a big wave 1, 2, another wave 1, 2, another wave 1, 2, another wave 1, 2, and now bam, big pump. We just keep pushing up and up and up and up, and we are in a big bullish uptrend really. Sorry, otherwise we could look for a longer wave 2, so a longer correction really into the wave 2. So either for a WXY, the X wave in that case retrace into it, so it's a 100, 414 and the 1.5. Otherwise we could look for a ABC flat. So the difference is that for a WXY we have a correction in the W, then we have a correction in the X wave, and we have a correction in the Y wave. As always, a Y wave cannot finish with a WXY. So if you do a WXY, expect a bigger pattern like a WXY XNZ or an ABC flat or whatever, really a triangle is possible too. Okay, now we've got a retracement from the target against here, the B wave target, so to speak, the 123, 127. So, well, we've got a rejection from here, so we normally have to look now for some 5 waves to the downside. Okay, so if we have to look for a 5 waves down, we can look for this nice wedge we have right here. So we have here more likely an ABC zigzag to the downside, so wave 1, it's an ending, okay, a wedge here to the downside. So the wave 4 can go between, of course, the wave 1 and the wave 2, can of course just not break the wave 2 top, it is not possible. And then we have the wave 5 like this. So yeah, well, ABC flat really, so correction, and then we'll have 5 waves. The Y wave normally have a correction, the C wave here have 5 waves, okay? So it normally should be here an ABC flat. It's not impossible that we are into a next double XY really, but with the retracement we have, it is more likely an ABC flat. So this is what I'm going to take first of all, okay? I don't want to be fully bearish or fully bullish. Now, this is what we have planned, so I'm going to stick to the plan. I'm simply going to look for this. So what target we can look for here? It's very simple. You can simply take the extension tool, pull it from the A wave root to the A wave bottom to the B wave top, okay? Extend it to the right, and you can simply add the following target, so to speak. Here is a 123, 1618, and the 200% for an invalidation. Okay, if the C waves start to touch here is a 200%, this wall count here for me is not valid anymore, and I'm gonna look for a new low to be made. As simple as that, really. Okay. The problem is, well, this is what I'm going to take, as I say, mainly, okay, but I'm still a little bit careful to long this drop. The reason for this is simply because on the alts, okay, we have planned on the alts right here, so I don't know if I have a good example there, but do I have a good example here? Do I have a good example here? Sorry, NOT no, rats no. Where I've got an I mean, we've got some, well, either an impulsive, either an ABC zigzag plan to the upside. So I don't know here if I can find this. I've got this before. I deleted that or what? Oh yeah, there we go. It wasn't CKB. It was it was like this for all the alts really. Okay. The premise now on the alts we have, so you can see it's either a 5 waves correction, 5 waves to drop, either a 5 waves correction, 5 waves to push a lot higher to make a wave bump. 5 waves to do the wave 3, then you have the wave 4, then you have the wave 5. So do you have a 5 waves up now, or do you have a triple wave? The answer is you have a triple wave to the upside. So if that's an ABC zigzag, it's a correction to go more down, and this is what we have on, well, all the alts at the moment. So that's a bit of a problem we have at the moment, and as we have here an ABC zigzag on the alts, well, it is likely going to look for, it is likely going for a new low at some point, as it is normally a correction to go more down, okay? So if we have to make this, well, we've got the triple wave up, it's a correction to go more down, so normally we shall go at least for the lows. So the premise, if the alts are going to the lows, it means that Bitcoin is going to drop, okay? Because if Bitcoin is dropping, everything is going to fall. It's not the alts are dropping and so Bitcoin is going to fall. It's Bitcoin is dropping, so the alts are dropping. So the context really on the alts, as we have a correction here to the upside on absolutely almost everything. For example, Rune don't have it. I checked that yesterday night. We don't have really a triple wave up here, but many and most of the alts have a triple wave. You can see, for example, here on that one we already took the lows, so it's normally here a correction to go more down at some point. Okay, so that's why I'm very careful longing Bitcoin. Again, we have still way too many longs at the moment, but I'm going to really wait for some really good data to long Bitcoin. Yeah, due to the context on the alts. I don't know if this makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense in the chat, if you need some more maybe explanations. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a bit careful with this configuration, so to speak. Okay, so if we have to drop from here, for example, we just continue the drop. We don't get, for example, anything bullish of this 1618. Okay, we go touch the 200%. Well, I'm gonna move on some bearish wave. Okay, simple as that, because we have an invalidation for this triple wave down, so it cannot be this configuration. So if we have this invalidation, it simply means that the move up from before was the first configuration we have planned. If you remember correctly, here was looking for an ABC zigzag. Okay, so a correction, not a 5 waves impulsive. So it will not really be a wave 1 here. So in that case, it means that we have a W, an X, and a Y completed. By the way, I'm gonna pull the extension tool here. I didn't check it that, by the way, the target we've reached it there. Yeah, the 618. Okay, so it means that we have in that case a correction to the upside, and so in that case we can look for this nice, first of all, W, X and Y down. You know, if you remember correctly, here we have a double EXY, then we have an ABC flat, then here we have an ABC zigzag, more like, no, by the way, 5 ways down, and so here we have in that case a 5 waves, correction, 5 waves for an ABC zigzag. Okay, so in that case we can look for the 123, so to speak, the swing 30 pound of the failed auction below, as we've planned with the levels, and then we have the 43,000 on Bitcoin with the 161 here, so it matched with the targets we have planned. Now I have planned lower on my side if we have to drop below this, go and touch, for example, here the 200%. I'm gonna show it. I'm not going to talk more about it, but it will be this configuration really. Okay, double XY down, so you look for a bigger double XY that way, and you can go a lot lower than this. Okay, but for the moment I'm not going to look for this directly. Okay, it's just planned on my side, so I'm ready and I know exactly what to take. I don't have to think about it when it's dropping really. Its plan is there, so that's fine. Okay, but yeah, first of all I'm gonna stick to the plan. I'm gonna take this, but yeah, due to the alts I'm a bit careful. Now what can happen, by the way, let's move back here on CKB, as we've got the ABC zigzag to the upside, is simply that, for example, the alts are going to, well, be a bit below D, at least for a new low, okay? And once we've done the new low, for example, Bitcoin is simply going to drop a little more, maybe, for example, into the 1618, you know, into the bottoms there, and from here we are going to start getting some better wave for a rise. So, for example, we can just drop a bit on Bitcoin, a little more on the alts, at least for a new low, and once this is done, well, we can look in that case for this nice move up here if we start to get some, well, the good wave, the small 5 waves to the upside, the better data on the order flow, all of this. This is something that can happen, a new low on the alts when Bitcoin is drawing a little more here. This is absolutely something possible. We do not need to do this, for example, on Bitcoin for the alts to drop that down. Okay, we can just retrace a little more. That's why we still have to look for this first of all. Okay, so this is the main configuration. I just wanted to plan in case we had to push lower, really, what we had to look for, what we had to take, so we're not lost. We know exactly what to take. We don't have to think about it line at a time. Its plan is there, so we just can just plan in a folder and add it on the chart if we have to do it. Okay, so I hope it wasn't too complex to understand. Hopefully not. Sorry. So let me check here at the chat. Dogecoin, first of all, what effect is doing good today? Oh no, what effect? WAF, sorry. Okay, gonna check this next. So Dogecoin, first of all, oh, that one I didn't check it out for a while. Dogecoin is not in there, right? Yeah. Let's go in the alts. ABCD. So it's right there. Well, again, that has the same thing. Oops. Well, that one can get a flat. You can see here we have a possible flat on that one. Okay, you've got a retrace, so there can be, okay, wave 1 around there. I don't know exactly, but like this, 3, 4. I don't know if we've planned something on that. No, okay, that's weird. No, it's normal because I was waiting for Bitcoin to see what happened there. So it's either here, the first configuration, again, depending on Bitcoin, if we have to bounce or not, if we get some better data right here into the 123 or into the 1618. Basically, these are the two long targets we have to look for at the moment. If you don't want to use the levels, this is a reference really, so I have this one here. But we really have to get some better data because for the moment, this is terrible really. We've got about 30, even more than this. Million of new longs coming in. This is way too much. So really have to get better data. So 123, otherwise we can look for the 1618 there, so around the lows here more likely for a long trade. Okay, if we don't manage to get anything bullish, of course is going to drop, and so of course everything is going to follow next on the out. So for example here, if for now we are taking as like because of Bitcoin we're looking for an ABC, an impulsive here to the upside, we can look for a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But again, understand that into the targets we're going to plan, if Bitcoin is not bullish, nothing is going to bounce, so to speak. These Dogecoins are just going to drop more. Okay, in any case, while the targets plan, we can look simply here for a sorry, swing Philip Power failed auction, otherwise the 123 below here. Okay, but yeah, for the moment, as we're taking the wave like this on Bitcoin, I'm gonna look for this. Okay, but I'm really we'll wait for Bitcoin to be really much better for a bounce. Sorry, so let's make this a little bit bigger like that, so we can get the same colors. Let's add this like that, and let's see what we get here. So we can look in that case there for an ABC flat. Okay, so A, B, and then a C wave to the downside with a 5 waves down. Pretty complex 5 waves, not gonna lie. Let's add this pink, gonna get rid of that for the moment. Sorry. So like this, and so now what we can look for here is simply the C wave target. So to add the C wave target, simply take the extension tool, click first on the A wave root, second on the A wave bottom, and third on the B wave top. From here you can simply move this on the right. Oops, that's maybe a little bit too much. This is also too much, so let's go with 320, and let's go with 280, a little less, yeah, like this. That will do the job. And so from here you can get rid of the levels above. We don't really care, so you can press Control and the middle click of the mouse like this. And so, well, there we go. We have the max target. We cannot really go lower. If we go lower and hit the 200%, this count is wrong, and like Bitcoin, I'm going to look more likelier for a new low to be made. Okay, this is the last target, so now I really have to get Bitcoin bullish and to get the good bullish wave. So it is possibly done, I don't know, depending on Bitcoin, but for now that'll be cool to get these longs. So either, as I said at the beginning of the stream, either a continuation to the upside and the longs are closing at some point, either now we, well, go below to stop the longs, and if we don't manage to do this, well, a new low is going to be made. As simple as that, to really stop the longs. Yeah, so it really depends off Bitcoin at the moment. Okay, so yeah, well, this is what we can look for at the moment on Dogecoin. Okay, so a nice ABC flat. Gonna add a wave here so we can see. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller, and well, there we go. Okay. Will be the same than Bitcoin, really. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a crazy wedge, but well, that'll be a wedge like this. Okay, into the C, 1, 2, 3, or 5. So yeah, the same really. So that coin, well, we are done. If we push up from here, just so you know, for example, we can get a 30. If we're really into some bullish wave and we're in an impulsive, don't want to be too bullish, but just want to give you an idea, okay, of the price we can reach minimum if we are in a wave 3. Okay, we are going to go normally at the very least to the 1618, except of course if we do a leading, so to speak, we do a wave 3, 4, they're gonna stop between the wave 1 and the wave 2, and then a wave 5 to form next a bigger wave 1, bigger wave 2, and next bam 3, 4, 5, but I'm gonna take a bit of time. But if we have to make if we have to do the most basic stuff, really, we can look for an impulsive with a wave 3 at the very least into the 1618, so to speak, $0.14-15 around there. Okay, just so you know, and you can get an idea. If you rise from here, that's the first big target really we have with the fibs. Okay, not saying we're again there. It depends again on of Bitcoin really, but yeah, can give an idea. So yeah, FLOKI now. FLOKI is not in there. It is in here normally. FLOKI, yep. So what happened on that one? Well, exactly the same than every single almost all of the ants really. So we've got a bounce from the wave 4 target here, not really well respected, I'm not going to lie. Went a little lower, but we've got still the 5 waves up. Crazy 5 waves, but well, I'm gonna take that. So not the ABC zigzag. This we can get rid of that. What is that? We can get rid of this. Yips. All right. Well, it's a very simple. ABC zigzag here to the upside, so bam bam bam, a B here by the way, and a C wave like this. And so here if you pull the extension tool from the A wave root like this to the A wave top to the B wave bottom, we've got a retracement from the exact 123 to the dollar. So yeah, that's a lovely target rejected and re respected. So again, it is likely a correction to come down. Of course, there are some rare cases, for example, if Bitcoin is bullish, where we can get a leading here with a smaller wave of, sorry, a leading with a smaller wave of an ending. So a wave 1, 2, 3, or 5 with some ABC zigzag. I mean, 4 and 5 like this, you have a wedge like this to the upside. But again, this is a very rare case. It will happen only if Bitcoin is really bullish. Otherwise, there is no way for this to happen like this. So let me see here. What makes sense here with a context? Well. Yeah, I'll have to update the context on this. I mean, the wave like this, because get rid of that. Yeah, there is no real big difference in any case. 1, 2. Alright, here we have definitely a triple wave down, so it is possible, by the way. Let me see. Alright. Let me see. If I pull this extension tool, does it? Yeah, okay. Well, the problem is right now, we've got more likely here an ABC zigzag to the downside. If we have another ABC zigzag to the upside, well, that brings us with a correction, and so if we have to drop directly, that will bring us with another correction. Problem is we are in a Y wave, and what is this pattern here into the Y wave? If we have to do this, it's a double EXY. And can a Y wave finish with a double EXY? The answer is no. So that's a bit of a problem we are having at the moment. So I would say if we have to do something, it will be more for a double EXY XNZ. Okay, so to speak. Let me see, where is this? In what folder? Okay, so we can take here in that case to do W X Y X and Z. Like this, okay. As we have a correction to the upside, I'm looking more likely here for a new low on the ounce, and so that's what the reason why again I'm a bit careful longing Bitcoin. I really want to see better data on the order flow to long Bitcoin, and some bullish wave also. So that will be the yeah, that brings us a lot lower. So what we can do here is keep that target. Sorry, and pull this extension, this extension tool just right there, and that will be, I think, a lot better than this big zone of support we have below. So we can look in that case for this double EXY X and Z. As the wave can get every shape, don't forget this, okay. For example, an ABC flat, a double EXY is possible. We can get a double EXY X and Z, a triangle, an ABC zigzag, a simple ABC zigzag, all of this really. And so yeah, bring us with the following targets. Well, first of all, this nice MC extension, so 618, 71, 786. Next we have this nice 120 extension, and next we have this nice 123. We can get rid of the next levels down here, and there we go. These are the targets. Let me just add this into the high time frame wave, and that will do the job. Yep, perfect. So that is it really for FLOKI. We're normally now into a B wave of a big A, B, C zigzag to the upside into a Y wave. So a big double EXY into the Y wave, ABC zigzag, and so now we're into the B wave. Alright, so now normally it was WIF if I remember correctly. Yep, WIF. So let me see, do I have that in here? WIF. Nope. So it should be into the else. Yep. Alright, so let me see. W above. Yes, it's just right there. So what you say, WF is doing good today. Well, compared to a few to a few arts, yes indeed. So what was the thing on that? I didn't check that chart for a while. Here are some very old support we have planned there. So, well, yeah, okay. So WIF, it's restarting from here. All right. Well, let me see what was the plan on that. Oh, and so you have to stream, mate. But it was good. It was very good. Thank you, mate. Was in Barcelona. It was very hot. Very, very hot. Not easy to this. But it was cool. WIF. Normally it should be there. Yes. So what was the plan on that? We've got... So the wave 2 plant, we've got the retracement, and so we've got the longer retracement. So yeah, okay, this was a 30th plan. Alright, so this was the levels. So we've got a bounce from the, well, we've got a few new data then. Yeah, from here. We've got the lows here, with, well, the Valera high. We've got a drop into the Valera high here. You can see again, this is what I was explaining before. You see, you have the level, if trading was too easy, everyone will be rich, right? So we go below. It's the most complex level approach, but again, this is all the time. Like, I mean, if you have to make something tricky, it is all the time like this. You can make even a new low and another new low, and then you manage to reclaim flip to support, but this is very rare. The most trickiest level approach and the most common one, if we have to do something tricky, is again what I was saying before on Bitcoin with the support we have planned below, is exactly this. You go below the support, you flip it into resistance. You either do a retest, so not take the previous low, either make a new low. It depends on the data we have on the retest on the order flow. If, for example, so I guess here we've got something good, for example, some absorption, some trap shorts, and next the demand to push up. This, and then you get acceptance above, flip it into support, and you just get acceptance higher. If you go into the course section, so here into the exo chart section, and into the level approach, this is oh, what is that? Is that green? Oh, well, I have to change that. I guess we've got an update. Alright, well. Anyways, I was on vacation, so I didn't check it that. Where is this? Level approach. You go in there and you have, well, different level approach, but this is the one explained it into the course, and no, it's not here. It is exactly this. This is the most trickiest level approach. Well, here we go. You've got a nice tricky level approach there. But anyway, so now let's move on the wave. That's the most important at the moment. So first of all, we've got a triple wave down. I think everyone can see this. We've got more likely here 5 waves down, so I guess these are some weird 5 waves that was here. We've got a bit of a front of the next target here. Let's get rid of that to not get too much on the charts. Let's keep that one, but I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger now. Okay, like this. What I've done here? Oh, I'm stupid. And let's put some big waves. Alright. Let's remove these two. We don't care anymore. And so now we've got. This is not. Well, we don't really care, to be honest with you, what it is exactly. This is likely to be a triple wave like that. Yeah. So let's pick a first move up, another correction, and then you have another correction. So WXY like this, W, X and Y, and you go exactly into the 1-to-1 extension retrace. So here I'm just gonna place still the smaller wave. So WXY. That'll be cool to find out what this is, but I guess that's another WXY. Because this will be more like an ABC with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It makes more sense because here in clearly see here first of all a triple wave. Yeah, so if you have a WXY, we do not retrace here. Minimum 90%. Only possible configuration X is a bigger WX and a Y wave to the downside. So if we have to get a Y wave here. Let me just add a few bigger whips, not that big, like this, and some big waves. So we can look for this double EXY down, just trying to find out what we have here into the Y wave. If that's a double EXY, for example, X and Z, or if this is a simple, well, this is still complex a double EXY, but a double EXY really to the downside. Sorry. So we can get rid of that. Okay. If you pull this extension tool, yeah, 1618 max correction. Oh no, not even that, by the way. All right. So I guess we've got a new low there now. Not even that. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, 2, 3, or 5. So I bring us with an ABC zigzag to the downside, 5 waves correction, 5 waves. So likely to be here, an A, B, where is it low here? Yeah. Let me just check at this real quick. ABC. So the top is on the right, by the way. There. So here we've got a massive. No, maybe not an extension. Yeah, 200%. 1, 2. Yeah, but no, 3 or 5. It's not possible. Yeah, this is likely to be here an ABC zigzag with an extension. And if we pull it like that, exact 200%. All right. Sorry. Just want to check here the smaller waves, see if the targets were respected or not. Where is it? Top 200% for the wave 3, and then for this right here, 2618. But on the lock scale here, what it brings us with? Oh, okay. Well. Nothing crazy. A bit of a move down below here. We've got this nice wedge down here, so wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have the wave 5. Alright, so I'm gonna take this for the first one here. Next we have well, likely to get here a double EXY. Not the best target retreat, but I'll take it. Pink. Yep. But again, that brings us with a double EXY down. Days. Double EXY. Okay, well, I'm gonna take. So this is an ABC zigzag normally like this. Alright, so I'm gonna take here a W X Y X, or maybe something longer, it depends, but for now it's more likely here an ABC zigzag, as we'll have this on all the outs. And so a WXY XNZ. The reason for this is simply because, again, we cannot finish here a Y wave. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little smaller, like this. Well, with some big wave, but with some smaller numbers. Not red, by the way. So we can see a difference. Let's go with blue. No, not this blue. I wanted that one here. Yeah, good. So again, the premise, if we're into a Y wave, we cannot finish only with a WXY. Okay, we cannot finish a Y wave with a WXY only. So if we have a WXY down, but it's simply because we normally should make a bigger pattern. So what can be here as a bigger pattern if we have to drop directly here? Will be here a WXY XNZ, and this is possible into a Y wave. Okay, so what we can do here is simply to keep the big Y targets. Okay, so we have simply here's a 1-to-1 extension. If we really have to drop below, so it's around the 1-to-1 extension here, 1.15, really 16. If we have to break below this, we can look for the 123. Just gonna add this. Well, okay, it's not useful. The 123, that is around so $0.5 really. Okay, now we can add a bit more confidence. We can simply pull the extension tools. Gonna go on the 12 hours here. We can simply pull the extension tool from the W root to the W bottom. Just gonna check here really quick if the Y wave was respected. Yes. Okay, so we can simply pull it now on the. That brings us very low. Well, I'm gonna keep that, but it's very, very, very low. Yep. So we are going to extend it a bit more below. Okay. So it's simply here's a 123, 618, 71, and then we cannot go below that because we are at 0. Really, you can see here. So we cannot go into the next fib. Oh, jeez. Let's get rid of this. And 786. Good. So these are all the targets really we have to drop from here. And if you want, you can buy now and just DCA in there into the targets. If you, it's really up to you. But well, these are the targets in any case where we can look for something next, right? So this, I'm gonna move that a little more on the right. Oops. And the one just right there. We already got a bounce from here, you can see, but we can, for example, if I have to make one more new low, do a swing flip or a failed option. Okay, so these are all the no, these are not all the wave for this. So where is this? Okay, what is that? Higher time frame wave, and we have all of this normally. Now this should be only the correction. Yep, there we go. And so this is the 0. Good. So yeah, I don't know if you have any more requests. Let me know. I can check out a few more hours, of course. So this is well, wave 2. You can name it like this. Bam. I look at the fib or not? No, that's a mistake. There we go. Yeah, good. So then, well, we can look simply for the wave 2. These are the targets where we can look for something, and again, the X wave can be a little bit bigger, but for this I want to see Bitcoin bullish. We have some 5 ways up, a correction, pretty complex 5 ways to count here, but well, let me see here. What was the target Richards? Yeah, nothing crazy. Oops. And if you pull it like this, W root, yeah, M6 extension, right? Yeah, okay. Like this, and so if you pull it like that, yeah, the 5 ways are likely completed on that, not gonna lie. Do you have anything better on this? Well, here we've got a nice 105 down here. So you could pull the extension tool from the top, bottom there to the top, and well, you can see you're going to the max target. So it can be a WXY here, WXY going to the 1618 max target, and well, from here get a bounce really. Lovely. Well, I mean, it's again, I'm not going to focus too much on the smaller time frame simply because well, we need to see what Bitcoin is doing first of all. As I wasn't here for a week, I'm gonna really, well, remain a bit patient, see what the order flow is saying. Really, I don't like to come like this and trade directly here. The data are really bad. I mean, it was bad. I don't know if this is, yeah, this is still, we've got a few longs closing here. You can see minus 5.2 million. Negative delta plus a decrease of the open interest. So these are some longs closing, but look at all the longs we've got in here. I mean, this is way too many, too many longs, too much longs. So either rise, the longs are closing at some point, either drop to liquidate all of this. Okay, it depends. But I'm not going to short here, of course. I'm not going too long. I'm gonna remain patient for the new data to come and see what's happening there. And for example, if we have to rise on WAF, well, I'm gonna simply wait for some bullish wave to come, and when we're going to get some bullish wave on Bitcoin, so to speak, the small, you know, 5 waves up to the upside to form a bigger impulsive to the upside, then yes, we can look for something higher here, and maybe, for example, a longer X wave. Okay, but unless this happens, I'm waiting for lower prices on the alts, really, because we've got more likely here a triple wave on a lot of alts. For example, here, that one here, that one here. Well, I mean, can that be here a double EXY or an ABC flat? The answer is no. We went way too high. So that's a bit of a problem we're having right now. You can see here we went way above the 120 through 127. And for an X wave, we also went way too high, really. So it is likely to be a correction here to make a new low at some point. So that's why I'm very careful longing. And so that's why I don't want to plan some too bullish wave at the moment on the alts. And I'm a bit careful longing Bitcoin, really. Okay, but again, the alts can drop Bitcoin a little more, but still hold the line. So for example, go a little lower, or just be range bound, really, or go a little lower, for example, into the next target, while the alts are going for a new low, really. Okay, and once we have done this, a new low on the alts, and Bitcoin is into the target here, can look for a reversal. But again, we'll see what's happening in the time. So well, the other alts, it's all the same, really. NOT, well, simply a longer Y wave, not gonna lie, simply a longer Y wave like this. What is this right there? What is this? So these was some 5 waves. We've got a new high made, so I guess we've got a 5 waves correction, weird stuff there to the upside, but I'm gonna just take it. Or C wave truncated, but okay, yeah, this is it makes sense now. So ABC zigzag here to the upside with a massive truncated C wave. Let me see. It's this normally for a truncate. Yeah, there we go. This fib here. Well, yeah, okay, that makes sense. It is the 0.414 for truncated wave. Alright, so simply a longer bam X wave. We can get rid of this. That was an ABC zigzag here to the upside, massive truncated C wave, but well, it happens sometimes. It happens, by the way. Let's move this down here. And so we have a triple wave down. Oh jeez. Okay, so what I'm going to take, because again we have a triple wave down, we have a triple wave up, we do not retrace minimum 90%, so it cannot be a flat, so the only configuration next is another sorry, triple wave down. So again, what it brings us with a W, an X and a Y, and again we're into a Y wave, so can a Y wave finish with a WXY? The answer is no. So we are going maybe to do this, but in that case we're going to look for a bigger correction such as WXY, X and Z to finish the Y wave, or for example an A, B, C flat, or a triangle, so A, B, C, D, E, for example, like this, and then finally rise. We can look really for all of this. Just gonna drink a bit of coffee really quick. There we go. So yeah, but to avoid looking for a longer X wave, for a longer Y wave, what I'm going to look for here is a double EXY X and Z already into the Z wave, into the Y wave. Well, I can do it. So W X Y, bam, an X and a Z. Yeah. So in that case, you can pull the extension tool from the wave W root, W bottom, first X wave top to find the Y wave target. So we've got a bit of a front run here of the 123, but I guess, for example, on Bybit here it was touched. Where is this? Right there. So let me see. Bam, W, X, Y. No, by the way, it's not. It's a front run also. Alright, so well, this happens sometimes. Bam, and so now to find the Z wave targets, you can simply pull it on. I mean, the third click on the second X wave top. You can move this here on the right, 350, and let's go with 200. I will do the job. So again, you can get rid of this and simply add the following targets. So you can get rid of the first MC extension targets and simply add here the 120 extension of 123 and the 1618. These are all the three targets where you can DCA in, for example, if you want to buy that crypto. So 1-to-1 extension, 123, and the 1618. On a higher time frame, we do have this big zone anomaly of accumulation. That is the first target here of this big Y wave. Again, this is a high time frame. It's sometimes not really well respected, so really more focus on this lower time frame targets. Okay. So yeah, well, normally at the very least, the 1-to-1 extension should be hit. Now you will see, depending on Bitcoin, of course, but yeah, these are the targets. We'll have to do the downside on that one. Just gonna get rid of all of this here below. We don't really care anymore. Bam. If I can, perfect. What do we have otherwise? Let me see here before to end. So yeah, you'll have to change the color of this, by the way. Same for that, it will not be that color. I've got some few updates on the website when I was on vacation. So here, we're gonna just reload all of this. Ethereum, let me see what I've done it. Oh, by the way, do we have any gap there? Yes, we do. Alright, so there's gonna be a lower time frame there. Well, I did not even feel the gap. The crazy thing here. Yeah, so that brings us pretty with this resistance above you. You can see here just above this, we have a load of confidence there, as I said before. We have this. Sorry, I'm coming back on Bitcoin very quick. We have, you know, this value high. Okay, value high. Swing third power that top 6.86%, all the levels. So we have loads of confidence there. Maybe later if you manage to push an extension tool, for example, the 1-to-1 extension, 123, 1618, I don't know yet. But all this resistance here matches, for example, the top of the gap here that is not. Well, normally it should be. Well, anyways, I'm going to take that. We still have all of this here to feel, okay, above us. So bring us with the same target we have and another confidence to look for a short there, okay. So that's something to be aware of. Sorry. Yeah, so Ethereum here. What's happened on that? We've got a new low made. Alright, well, nice. Follow it nicely, right? Double EXY like this. Double EXY, no, Y wave looks a bit too big, not gonna lie, so maybe a double EXY XNZ or something like this. W, where is that low? And the top just right there. Yeah, nice 1618 hit and retrace. Let's go with 400 like this. Move this to 200. No, 150. No, still not. So 0. Let's go with this. A little more there. Let's add the normal correction extension tool. And we are now the 1618. But I don't like this. Well, we have planned this. I'm gonna stick to the plan. I'm just going to add here a WX. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. So 1618 front run here, WXY, but I'll be here WXY XNZ really. So yep. WXY. Move this here, X maybe here by the way, and a Z wave, so you can move this. Yeah, on the top there. Am I going to be able to catch this? There you go. 350, 400. Let's move this to 250. Yeah, perfect. Let's get rid of that. Boom. No. This one here, and there you go. So we have the 3 targets below, really, if you want to look further along. A bit like Bitcoin, really. What's that thing here? Don't really care about that. Okay, so well, we've got to retrace from that 161 here, so we can get rid of all of this. Really, we don't care anymore. Not useful to keep all this on the chart. Gonna remove that one too, and we are done. All right. So these are the 3 targets we have below. Just gonna move all these big targets on the right. We already got a bounce from that target, so it's pretty cool. Move that here and move that like this, so we don't get too much at the same place, right? We can see better what's going on. This is the first target again. I'm playing these targets. I'm not going to take a long trade if Bitcoin is not bullish at the same time. It is not useful for me, even if we bounce. But if Bitcoin is not bullish, there is no way for me to long this. And this, by the way, is there. So yeah, more likely a WXY XNZ. If the Z waves start to hit here is at 200%, I'm simply going to switch to a WXY. Well, yeah, WXY XNZ, and so it's a correction to come down. And so here we can look simply for a W, X, and a Y with a much bigger extension pull really of the extension tool. We can look a lot lower than this, okay? But for now, don't want to be too bearish still. Even I'm a bit careful longing. Yeah, this is what I'm going to take first of all. Okay, so you can look for the 3 targets below here on Ethereum. Should do the job. NVDA, what we have done on that one. Alright, so we have done a nice pullback from here. What we have here. We've got the 5 ways up already. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not really, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're taking the low. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. There you go. So we have 1, 2, 3. That'll be way too small for a wave 5 here. Yep. So let me see here the smaller waves. 1, 2. One, 2, yeah, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm concentrating on the count. 3, 4, and this match. Alright, so let me see the targets of this. Just trying to find out if this is an ABC zigzag to the upside or an impulsive, because if that's an impulsive, we can look simply for a bigger wave 1, 2, and then big raise 3 or 5. In any case, normally you're already long from here, but Just get rid of this. Sorry. So to do one extension. Not really well respected, not gonna lie. And the 618. Well, yeah, that would be more here in ABC zigzag, not gonna lie. Because the premise here, that wave, if you really have to be in a wave, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if 4, 5 is really, really, really small, I'm not going to lie, so we can get rid of all of this by this way. We don't really care anymore. So it's either a correction to make one more new low. In that case, you look for the 50%. If 50% is not holding, sorry, you can look for the 618 66%. But if you really do not hold that target, this is over really, we can look for, I mean, we're going to change the count and look for something else. But yeah, for now, this is the next target. If we have to drop from here, the 50%, otherwise 618 66%. But yeah, be a bit careful. If we start reaching here the 618 66%, we start to go, yeah, this is very low, not gonna lie. So yeah, before to look for such drop, if we're into a wave 5, what we have planned, we can stick to the plan. If we have an ABC zigzag to the upside, we can simply look here for a wedge. Okay, so an ending really. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the target above. So maybe a little bit bigger here, something like that. Okay, a little longer maybe, like this. So well, yeah, wedge really to the upside. Okay, you have normally this resistance. Yep. Like this, resistance, okay, and you have this support down here, like this, maybe a little smaller like that, like this, okay, you have this kind of wedge here to the upside, and normally the next big target is, so 150, 55, and next we have around $200 really, okay. If we break above this, I'm gonna give some new targets, but for the moment, we're not there, so these are the targets really. Okay, so this is what I'm going to take first of all, but yeah, I'm not going to try to catch a knife. Normally, I mean, I'm not trying anymore NVDA because it's too complex to create the account. All of this, give all the papers and I mean, this is way too boring, to be honest with you. I'm making my money with crypto, so it's fine. But well, if I had to trade that, I would just remain long from here, not really bother trading too long the bottom. Of course, this was a take profit, but now yeah, I'm gonna wait either for low to long, either for a continuation high, and not do anything otherwise, with of course a stop loss on entry. Yeah, and well, I guess that's it really for today. So let me check here the chat real quick. Didn't check it out for a bit. Thanks for the FLOKI update, Matteo. My pleasure, mate. My pleasure, my pleasure. I don't see any other message, so I think we're good for today. Yep, so thank you all for watching as always. Hopefully we're going to get some better data on Bitcoin. If not, it's just going to go, well, stop a few longs here. A few longs. Just 35 million, a little more. But yeah, so anyways, I wish you all a brilliant day ahead. Next update on Friday, and by the way, do we have any news? Yes, we have some news today. Is that a good calendar? Yes, we have some news today. I don't even know what this is. Okay, so we have this news today. GOLTs, job openings, so be aware of this. It's at 4 PM UTC +2. You can simply go otherwise into the calendar here in the bottom right corner. You can go into the stuff there, economic, high importance, and into the settings you only tick with the countries, the USA. Okay, and so you'll get the same calendar, and you will get the most important news only that are moving the market really. So Wednesday we have this. Tomorrow we also have the ISM, not moving all the time in the market, that one, but well, something to be aware of as always. At the same time, 4 PM UTC +2, and next on Friday, and the non-firm payrolls is moving the market. So be aware of that, but we'll see this on Friday as we have an update on the morning. So yeah, just today and tomorrow at the same time, 4 p.m. UTC+2. Just be aware of that. And on this being said, that was a pleasure to record, to be live really again, to, well, continue the updates. Wasn't able really, as I said, for, well, a week and a half. I went to Spain, I went to Spain, and then I was, looking for a new accommodation, a flat really. So I had to do a few visits, to visit the apartments really. So yeah, wasn't able to do this, but yeah, I'm back now. So let's crush the chart really, that's it. So yeah, I wish you all a brilliant day ahead, take care of you, and catch you all in the next one on Friday at the same time. Take care, cheers.